Ну что ж, господа, всем привет, всем здравствуйте, с вами Скэтман, сегодня с вами Kingdom Come Deliverance. И поехали в него. Так, секундочку. Пуньк. Будет лазер. Здравствуйте, господа. О, Линк, привет. Добавил тебя в спиме. В стиме. Пум-пам. Пим пипу-какен жбулен. Кто-то пен попикишбек шпапен. Хитман пошел? Нет, еще нет, Эльдар. Эльдар. Так, ну что, поехали делать местные квесты.
God be with you. Good luck there. I hope I can be of some
humble services. Эдкоу, привет. Как думаешь, много ты уже пошел до конца, еще далеко? В Kingdom Come? Думаю, да, много пошел, далеко ли до конца? Ну, процентов 80, я думаю, уже пошел, но я основываюсь ни на чем, поэтому, знаешь, в этой аналитике немного смысла. Лошадь птачика. А где сам птачек?
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
Как ГТФО? Не знаю, Альнах, пока когда не знаю.
Do you know if there's anyone around here who could use my help?
Aye, it could be something for you. Sir Hanush is convening the Ratai tourney again at the Upper Castle. It's always a great occasion with duels all day long.
Понятно.
You can still enroll now, if you think you're good enough.
ГТФО-то Get the fuck out. Игра кооперативная на выживание, типа... Ну, не выживание, там... Типа Left 4 Dead, только там всего одна сторона. То есть, чуваки. Так, короче, врата и квестов нету. А, хотя... вон. Тачек, да. Go к тачику. Сказали, что нет, подарили игру.
Is there anything I can help you with, Sir Hans?
Ah, Henry, the very man I wanted. There is something you can do for me. You see? I'm in love.
Ah, there's a new wench at the bathhouse, is there?
Watch it, Henry. This is the love of my life we're talking about, not some wench. The face of an angel, breasts like silk pillows to dream on, and good strong hips. A regular Helen of Troy.
Troy? Isn't that near Prague? I don't know anyone from there.
Never mind, blockhead. What I'm saying is, she's a fine filly. And you can help me win her.
Sounds like fun. I'm all ears.
You, Hal, shall be my messenger of love. You shall bear her a letter and a gift from a secret admirer.
But why me? It's not like you to be bashful, Sir Hans. You can just go and tell her,
Certainly not. Carolina is different to the others. She was educated in a convent and needs to be handled with kid gloves. Romanced. I must court her secretly. It's the latest fashion in France.
And who is this Carolina?
The fairest maid that ever walked the earth. Carolina. The butcher's daughter. You must have noticed a divine creature in the marketplace. Unless you're more interested in barnyard animals.
Божественностью.
Carolina, I do know her. She's a pretty girl, all right, but, well, a little below your station.
Love knows no station but the heart. And you keep your peasant eyes off her. Your task is simple. All you have to do is get hold of a necklace fine enough to grace her lovely neck. I did have one that I inherited from my great-grandmother.
Да, а где она?
What happened to it?
I lost it playing dice at the inn. But you'll get it back for me. You're a smart lad. I'm sure you'll figure out a way. And I'll reward you handsomely.
Oh, all right then. Is there something else I should know about this necklace?
I lost it at dice in the Ledechko tavern.
В
when I was there to see-
Ледечко.
Well, that's not important.
So, some dice player from Ledechko won your grandmother's valuable necklace. Haven't you learned anything from losing to Zdena, the bathhouse wench?
My great-grandmother's, and as it happens, I have learned a trick or two. But that fellow has the luck of the devil. No doubt he'll still be sitting there, swindling other folk out of their hard-earned groschen.
Oh, what's the use? All right, all right. I'll go to Ledechko, find this diabolical dice player and see what I can do. Though I'll probably lose my shirt to him.
Well, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Goodbye.
Там не смей говорить днем, только ночью. Пойти, пошли посмотрим, что за красавица. Мы уже видали, но давайте посмотрим еще. Чё, why not? Алесь, здорово.
Good day. Take care.
Это торговка, но не Каролина.
My humble greeting. God be with you.
Кот и освежевать. Ну, типа, можно не выигрывать, а можно, видимо, выражение такое есть. Можно не выигрывать, а можно, видимо, просто украсть. Намек, видимо, на это. После стрима постола из свой ядерный заряд подзарядил. Да, поспал и нормально.
Garlic soup for the winter, onion soup for the spring. Asparagus for taste.
Get the best right here.
Bread baked just this morning. Bread.
Ее еще найти надо, Каролину-то. Ну, мы все равно потом найдем, конечно. Вот, но...
God's sake. Good luck.
Killing Floor только с более лучшим графоном. Ну не, в Killing Floor надо просто волны переживать. А тут типа еще надо это... Какие-то там задачи выполнять. Что-то там включить, что-то там починить, я так понимаю. Походу, вот кое корейцы появились. Лоу. Еще с первой части. Да, какие задачи? Вообще не помню ни разу никаких задач. Сытость 54. Бахнем спирта. Пьянство левелап. Ей. Не знаю, ничего не буду качать. Починить, сопроводить, похилить, перенести и так далее. В первой части есть такие квесты? Вообще не помню. Починить, сопроводить, похилить, перенести. Там, по-моему, всего один режим всегда же был. Во второй может быть, во второй я мало играл, но в первую в Криминальном клубе мы довольно много играли. Я вообще не помню, там какие-то разные режимы. Симулятор алкаша. Люблю эту игру. Там-там-та-дам-там. Ты ни с чем не путаешь лазер? Нет, я уверен. Блин, я какой-нибудь скриншот бы посмотрел, прям типа вообще не верится. Она? Наверное, я не знаю, Сириус. Вообще похоже очень сильно на пани Стефанию. Может, и уверен, но не факт, что прав. Там с определенным апдейтом было. Да, Сириус, какого черта? Мы только квест начали, посылаешь скриншот, очевидно, из кат-сцены.
Come closer, my friends. Marvel at the miraculous items on offer today for a fraction of their true value.
Поспим. Я к тому, что выражение про кота есть же, значит, оно откуда-то пошло. В это время или раньше, значит, все-таки кота свежевали. Логично. Вопрос, для чего это сделали, спрашивали на. Ну, пожрать. И шкуру, может, там шапку сделали. А для чего свежуют Эльнар животных? Больше не буду. А-та-та. Смотри, Сириус, смотри. Про кота? Поражение? Не знаю, ну-ка ты рассказывай. От кого?
I hope I can be of help to you, knight.
Are you the one who played dice with Lord Capon?
Played and won, lad. Fine noble he may be, but he can no more throw dice than I can read Latin.
I can't disagree with you there. But look here, have you still got that piece of jewellery you won from him?
No, I don't. Some noble rode through here and we had a game or two. Only them dice kept falling his way.
Ого.
I was lucky to keep my boots. He's got the necklace now.
Do you know where this fellow was heading?
He was waiting for someone here, but when they didn't show up by midday, he rode on. He mentioned something about camping by the bridge over the Sasau River. That one before the charcoal burners camp. You might still catch him there with a bit of luck.
There aren't many fords along the river on the way to Sasau. Can you tell me anything else about him?
Fine gent he was, well dressed, on horseback. Had quite a lot to say. Seems he saw a bit of the world. And he had some interesting looking dice.
You said they fell well for him?
Aye, and no wonder. Fine dice they was, made special. All shiny and whatnot.
Ха.
That's all I need to know.
See you later.
Ну раз уж я все пришел, давайте сыграем.
I'd like to throw some dice. Fancy a game?
Шапка из кота у нас сегодня шили уверенность насчет еды, но вряд ли. В голодные вина всех ели, или на не кота и за и дальше сам. Не кота за хвост, неплохо. Да. Раз, два, три. Раз, два. Вот, у меня 4 таких есть, оказывается. Сейчас дьявольскую голову. 4 для нечетных чисел и... Не знаю, обычную кость амброза.
Why, oh, why did I ever agree to this? I'll lose my shirt again.
3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 5. Сейчас глянем, молодца. Вот даже гайд есть. Режимы задач в соло на аду. Так. Взрывают электрощиты, чтобы их били мобы, и чтобы они в свою очередь накапливали уровень силы. Во, окей, да, хорошо, есть что-то такое, действительно. Ничего себе.
I'll be back in 2 shakes.
Неплохо, три тройки. Три пятерки. Красота. Догнал меня ровно пачка. 1150 также. Один. 4, 5.
Use your head, man. You'll lose everything.
Этого. Да, это отстойно. О, неплохо.
About time it went my way.
5.
Fucked again.
Так. Мост у лагеря углежогов. Там тарарам там там барам парабам пам пам. Понятия не имею. Тут есть лагерь углежогов в Сазаве. Наверное, здесь имеется в виду. Да, выиграйте же еле. Давай. $10 за 2 оружия. В первой части бандл был 200 рублей, 5-6 оружия. Хотя бы понятно было. $10. Погоди, так в первой части тоже оружие продавали, значит? Ненавижу. Это ж по сути такой китайский донат. Не за косметику. Типа косметика тоже, конечно, говно, если можно и получить только таким образом. Но это еще хоть как-то. Это было как DLC. Ну, такое. Черт.
It's too deep here.
Come on. То есть, крутая функция, если у одного есть оружие, то есть у всех остальных. На $10 это жесть как много. Ну, да. Ох, еды. Так.
You after something? I'm afraid my friend here won't tell you much.
Your friend? Oh, I'm very sorry. And, well, I don't want to be insensitive, but I was hoping to get something from him. My master's necklace, which he won at dice.
Your master? Who would that be?
Well, Sir Radzig Cobbler of Skalitz is my liege lord. I'm Henry, but just now I'm helping Sir Hans Capon with a private matter.
Those are weighty names in these parts. I'm Sir Anselm of Domkey, in the service of... well, that's not important. I'd like to give you... that is... I'd like to ask you for your help.
I'm listening. Tell me what you know.
I will. And I'm sure it will help you find that necklace. The thing is, this is all my fault. I got held up on the way to meet Alphonse. By the time I got here, I found him like this.
God have mercy on his soul.
Amen, lad. I was heartbroken and enraged by turns, tearing my hair and cursing. Alphonse was my good friend, and it pains me to know he was only here on account of me. I brought him into a certain business matter to negotiate with some people, and he agreed. And this is how it ended up. When I finally pulled myself together, I took a look around and found some tracks. Followed them to the camp of those very brigands that Alphonse was supposed to negotiate with.
Nah, you can't trust anyone these days. So how can I help?
You can pass yourself off as Alphonse. Go to the bandits' camp and find that fucking murderer. And when you do, you'll find what you're looking for.
Погоди, так если убийца убил Альфонса, как я могу выдать себя за Альфонса, если не буду уверен, что он мертв? Чего?
That doesn't make any sense.
Да.
If one of them killed Alphonse, he'll know I'm not him.
No. They never saw him before. So whoever killed him surely took him for some passing merchant.
Are you quite sure they don't know him?
Откуда?
Aye. He moved in altogether different circles, among decent people. That's the very reason I asked him for help. So I reckon the best thing is for you to introduce yourself as Alphonse, have a snoop around, and come back to me when you find out anything.
А ты откуда знаешь? Ты же пришел даже от трупа Альфонса, и как ты узнал всю эту предысторию вообще? Ну да ладно.
Now, wouldn't it be better if you did that yourself? After all, I know nothing about this Alphonse. They'd see through me.
I'd do it if I could, lad. Only they know me, and I'm not on the best of terms with them. They'd most likely kill me on sight. Then the two of us would be dead and those bastards would get away with it.
Well, I hope I can avoid the same fate.
Я не думаю, что это он убил своего дружка и зажили. Так вроде как у этого парня жили-то.
Is there anything else I should watch out for while passing myself off?
Да и блин, он панель, да. Хорошо одетый, зачем ему это жили?
Not a peasant, a commoner. So dress the part.
Холоп.
No rags or rusty iron.
And how am I supposed to recognize the killer?
Хиппи, привет.
Ask around. I don't reckon anyone will admit to stabbing him in his sleep, but you might pick up some clue. You could have a look around for that necklace. Now that I think of it, they stole other valuables from him.
Все-таки да, жили был Альфонс.
Silver is silver, though. I won't recognize anything. Didn't he have something unique? A signet ring or a chain or...
No, not that I can... Oh yes, he did. Dice. He had a set of dice made specially in Prague. It was his pride and joy. They were red and gold, bright and shiny. Not the kind of thing you'd overlook.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Alphonse? So they don't catch me out if they start asking questions.
Indeed. A few details should suffice. He was from Slani, but lived in Prague the last few years. He advised people, very well too. He helped them to deal with problems, of all kinds.
Yeah, he sounds like a man of the world, but I've never even been to Prague. I'm not sure I can fool them.
You can always change the subject. He was an ardent dice player, God forgive him. And he spent some time in Moravia on the service of Prokop of Luxembourg. But that was ages ago.
What do you know about the brigands in that camp?
Actually, they're not just ordinary bandits. It's a robber baron and his band. Sir Erhard Baron Belovitz. Some of his vassals and maybe some commoners. They came here in the hope they'd have a better chance of keeping their heads.
Why don't you ask some of the local lords for help? I'm sure the Sasau custodian would lend you a few men.
There's nothing I'd like to see more than the lot of them strung up. Only I have a task that conflicts with that. And as for the custodian, I'm pretty sure Sir Sebastian is in league with Erhard.
What was the purpose of Sir Alphonse's negotiations? I'll need to know that.
Look, Henry, you'd best avoid that subject if at all possible.
Lol.
Just find the murderer for me, get your necklace, and I'll take care of the rest.
It'll be a bit hard to avoid that, since it was supposed to be the entire purpose of his visit.
True. Well, Alphonse was supposed to talk Erhard into moving his robbing raids towards Benishov, especially holding up merchants' wagons heading for Prague. In return, he was to offer a reward of up to 12,000 groschen and safe haven in Pilgrims.
I see. So you work for someone in Pilgrims?
No, neither Pilgrims nor Benishov. Nor Vlachim, for that matter. It's a bit complicated. Damn politics.
Ладно, ладно. Не вопрос.
My word. The whole thing sounds like quite a twisted affair.
Да.
So are you going to help me?
Вы сами его убили.
I'll help you. I'll have to go there to
О,
look for the
сзади чувак
necklace
идет.
anyway. And this seems as good a way as any.
Thanks 1,000-fold. And for the love of God, don't get caught. I'd never forgive myself if another man lost his life on my account. If it starts to look risky, take to your heels.
I'll bear that in mind. There's something else I'd like to... I've no more questions.
Па-па-па-па-па-пам. Смотри место преступления.
It looks like someone went this way with the nobleman's horse.
По подковам понятно, да?
Someone was searching for something here. Were they out to rob him of everything he had? Or something in particular? Could it be someone was trying to get rid of something here?
О, обгоревшая карта. Сазава. Какой-то квадрат. За лагерем углежоров. Как красивая карта, к слову. Вообще, я бы сказал, что сокровища как раз там, где они находятся. Но, типа, не факт, конечно. К западу от вот этого изгиба, напротив двух речушек. Да, где-то здесь.
Looks like he died without a struggle. Maybe killed in his sleep. They took everything he had. Money, jewelry, even his boots.
Эй, какой спать? Ты чё? Порвался? Я тут с тубом спать. Алло!
Hey, young fellow. You can't sleep here. Go and find a bed of your own. Out!
Да,
Can't be
прости.
serious. Sleeping in other people's beds.
Это
Get
провал.
out or you'll be sorry.
Сорян, сорян. Адам Донкийский.
Hey, you think you own the place? Snoring here. Clear off.
Все, прости. Тупо получилось, я согласен. Там-там-та-ба-да-ба-да-та-там. След тут обрывается. Палочки показывают направление. Какие палочки? Вот эти палочки? Нет, ты что, забей. Явно нет. Слева как-то выделяется. А, вот это вот? Не, это так трава. Но я такие же много где видел. Сильно сомневаюсь, что это направление. Вообще, да, выглядит как дорога, указывающая тропинку, но, блин. Ну, следов подков я больше не вижу. Ну и типа вот мы. Вот конец этой палочки. Что-то следы как-то никуда уходят, просто в лес. Healing Mix, где-то часов 5. Пук-пек. An interesting spot. Ну, ничего интересного, кроме того, здесь можно сесть на бревно, нету. Что? Показалось. Нет, Healing Mix. Ну, вчера я спал много, например, не 5 часов, а где-то 10, 12, может, даже, я уже не помню. Вчера много спал. Так, у вас тут лошади, что? Чего зависит? Понятия не имею. Ну, не, почему имею, то типа, ну, типа, много сплю, не знаю почему, просто вот вырубаюсь и все. А когда мало сплю, типа, ну, потому что надо вставать. Хорошо, Healing Mix. Алинцар, привет. Как Алисар может избавиться от прихода, когда такой спайк у нас присутствует? Че, тут сегодня маленький мешочек, в котором почти нифига нет, и все? Даже косулю разделать нельзя. Странно. Так, я чуть не уверен, что я смогу туда забраться. Что это пещерный гриб? В алхимии нужен. Как один из ингредиентов. Сам себе ничего не дает. Как нельзя после пещерный нельзя, обычный можно. О. Спасибо, Хилимикс. Их тут даже женщина есть. Какая-то типа карчмы. Любители, я смотрю, на азартных игр. Хором привет. Убедись в своем прибытии у входа в лагерь. Да, спасибо, Хильмикс.
Would I be right in assuming this is the encampment of Sir Erhard, Baron Bielewitz?
You must be Sir Alphonse, eh? All the way from Prague, eh?
Prague, yes, quite. But I travelled via Guren, thinking it the less hazardous route, comparatively.
Oh, aye. The roads ain't safe at all these days. There's all sorts of rabble waiting to rob unwary folk and even kill them.
Indeed, indeed, I concur. One must be wary, well, cautious even, when travelling.
Right then, but you'll have to wait a while. Sir Erhard is busy at the moment.
No matter, I shall just,
but it's easy to pass the time here. There's always a dice game going on, with nice things being wagered. I had my eye on a fine pair of gauntlets, and some old piece of jewelry.
Jewelry, you say?
That's right. Just go and see old Blaha, the fellow sitting at that table there. He can read, write, and do sums as good as any scribe, and other things, too. He keeps things in shape here a bit.
Thank you. I may well do that.
Благодарю. Ох, тут одеты разбойники. У вас тут стрельбище. Молодота. Пехуна. Бланка. Их благо.
What? You hear that, lads? He made candles so the monks could shove them up their arses. Rivers of blood and of bloody flood.
I was told I could have a game or two here until Sir Erhard has time to see me.
Aye, he's got his hands full at the moment. You must be Sir Alphonse, eh? I'm Blaha, Sir Erhard's servant. I take care of things here a bit.
Including dice? It has come to my attention that there are interesting things being wagered.
True enough, we've got a fine pair of plate gauntlets, 2 necklaces, one of them's a lovely piece, a good sharp sword, and some other things, I don't remember what. The custom here is if you want to play, you've got to wager something to join.
Far be it from me to disrespect established custom.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Thanks.
You want to play right away, or...?
Why wait? I'll play now.
No beating around the bush. That's the way. You'll play against Noggin now. He's not the brightest, and he ain't a good loser.
Башки. Так, ну поехали. Сохранится уже. 2, 2, 2, 6, 6, 4. Четыре, пять, шесть. Так, вижу необычные кости. Так, сейчас надо будет, ребята, отойти. Это же Джокер был, по-моему, принял 5 или 2 взять. Не было у меня Джокера, лазер. Еще, мне показалось, что делал, Я что, слепой, что ли, уже? Господи, наркоман лазер. Если ты про вот эту кость, что она Джокер, это не Джокер, это шестерка. Так. Один, два, три, четыре, пять. И еще единица. Шестерка есть и 3 единицы. Неплохо. Ты пятерки. Неплохо. У него тоже есть, кстати, дьявольская голова. О, надо будет чуков всех обворовать потом. Так, секундочку, к слову, вебку я выключу, потому что кушать сейчас буду. Так, 1, 2, 5, 4, 6, 6. Не повезло. Один, один, один. Ну, победка. Хорошо. До 6000 очков, кстати, говорят. Так. Ха-ха! О, бедняга.
You're a fucking cheat. Sir, I challenge you to a duel.
Опа.
I won't take any accusations from you. I accept.
Pay up, and I'll let you go.
So be it.
И в кости выиграл, и морду набил. Прости, а куда ты бежал? Мне тебя еще обокрасть надо. Пойдет. Прошу прощения, тут отвлекся от игры.
I'm not taking the risk. I only watch when it's raining. You must be chasing women away with a stick. You bet. They can smell a true man.
What a shitty day. I need a good scrap to cheer me up.
Have you got any special rules?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Just remember, we're not some bunch of dirty bandits. This is the camp of a noble knight, so no unnecessary brawls, stabbings, or such like tomfoolery. Not that I need to explain that to you, sir.
Quite. Nothing else?
Well, that also means a man might take offense at something and challenge you to a duel. Always swords, and until first blood.
Ah,
Always swords, ну вот.
I shall try not to give offense.
Простите, always swords, я не знал.
Can you tell me something about yourself?
What can I tell you? I can read and write a bit, and I help Sir Earhart out when he needs it. Although, I have to say, since the Baron took to robbing, there's not much work for me anymore.
And what did he do before that?
What every landed noble does. He still had some estates and income from them, only he lost it all some years ago on account of debts. So he had to find some other livelihood.
Самое время, да.
How did he find this place?
That was my doing. I heard from a scribe about some ownership feud that ended up badly for both sides. Since then, it's been left neglected.
Oh, that's a shame. No doubt it was once a fine place.
Aye, the Vega is a fortune, eh? Times are harsh and what have you. It's always been that way and always will. I wonder how many burned out, abandoned ruins will be left when Sigismund withdraws. How many folk will have no homes to return to? And how many won't be returning ever? But that's our lot in this vale of tears. There'll be no peace and quiet till the next life.
Amen to that. I want to play dice. Who will be my opponent?
They fell your way last time, and no mistake. You'll play Berta. He's a man, but they call him that for some reason. And if I know why.
Он мужик. Окей. Так. 2 дьявольские головы, поехали. 2 кости Амброза. Ну и... 2 качественных. 6, 6, 6, 5, 1. Неплохо. Я нажал F. Ошибка, ошибка. Не повезло, дурак. Конечно. Ему тоже не повезло, лол. Ну... Так, стоп, дьявольской головы 6 вместо дьявола? Лол, не знал, ладно.
I'm so hungry I can eat my boots.
У него кости фер. Что-то могут на фоне.
Stink everywhere. Should I stayed home?
Охренеть, 3 шестерки. Хо-хо-хо!
What a shade day. I need a good scrap to cheer me up.
Неплохо, неплохо. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Офигеть, 5 троек.
I just want to eat and sleep. Fuck.
I'm so hungry I could eat my boots.
Неплохо. Что, одну кость бросаешь? Сумасшедший. Дыру потерял. Неплохо. Туалетная бумага 3 гнома. 3 это глагол. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Флэш-рояль просто. 6, 6. Победко. Словом, мне говорят, что я должен одеться как дворянин. Ну тут, типа, никто не одет как дворянин. Я тут самый, блин, заметный.
Is that some new...
Sir Earhart will receive you now.
Да? Я еще не готов. Койф у меня, к слову, нету. Ничего это. Да, койф. Поголовье есть.
Fucking sick head. Can't drink no more today.
I want to play dot. They fell your way last. You'll play against Maladota. He's a bit. Well, you'll see for yourself.
Хватит еще больше бани. Все слоты забить.
I'm gonna get soaked. What else is there to do here?
Это что-то очень хорошо сделано, понятно. Поехали.
I'm so hungry I can eat my boots. Crap, so hungry I'll eat my boots.
Там та та там тарам барабам бам бам. Ого! У тебя комбайнская стель какая, неплохо. Это опасный парень. Все 6 шулерские.
Sorry, I traded them for booze yesterday. You'll get new ones soon enough. I'll take them off the front of the With your luck, it's gonna be a beggar monk with no shoes at all.
Ну, давай. Охренеть. А 2 шестерки 4 пятеркам нельзя было взять, чтобы еще скинуть? Нет. Нельзя брать очки, нельзя брать кости, которые ничего не дают. Ну, то есть, в этом случае, как бы, просто сбрасывается счет. Ну, ты получаешь, типа, 0, по-моему. Или вообще нельзя. Сейчас посмотрим. Так. Куда это я веб включил? Рано. Простите. Ну, то есть, вот у нас 3 четверки. Даем двойку, да, и смотрите, сразу же справа кнопка набор очков передачи хода исчезает. И после снова исчезает. И слева очки сбрасываются. То есть нельзя. Блин, жесткий парень. Надо у него все кости угасть.
Yeah, I'm gonna get soaked. What else is there to do here?
Не, маловато. Один, два, два. Тоже маловато. То есть сзади стоит кости. Ну, тогда у него их не будет, у него будут обычные кости. Ну так неинтересно же. О. 3 шестерки.
You must be chasing women away with a stick.
Rivers of blood and
8000 очков! 8 Карл! Not enough! Да-да-да-да-да-дан-дан-дан-дан-дан-дан. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, к слову. Ладно, держи. Не забанят, сейчас посмотрим. Он спокойно воспринял свое поражение. Поехали. Дьявольская кость Альфонса. О, так это он, походу. Убийца. Игральная кость Альфонса. Одна из них дьявольская. Итак, Младота. Запомним.
I want to play dice. Who will be my opponent?
They fell your way last time, and no mistake. Then there's Pekuna. He's a local fellow who brings stuff for us. He put up a nice necklace as his wager.
Так. Пиху, наверное, прислуживал тому чуваку. 3 дьявольские головы и 2 амброза. Игальная кость Ци. 2 из демонических игальных костей. И раздевальную давайте. Охренеть. Нормально. У тебя тоже есть дьявольская кость. Ты жесткий парень. 4, 5, 5, 3, 6, 2. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5. Единица, 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 единица. Победку. Обкрадем. Тут в толпе вообще стоит как бы. Зергули вперед.
Can I ask you something?
Ask away.
Tell me something about yourself.
Why do you want to know? You want to spread the word about what a good dice player I am?
I was just curious.
You know what they say. Curiosity killed the cat. But if you must know, they call me Berta. And I'm Sir Erhard's right-hand man.
Berta?
Ah, you heard of me, have you? The Scourge of Vlashim. No man who felt the edge of my axe lived to tell the tale.
Окей.
Why are you hiding out here?
I wouldn't call it hiding. We're just having a bit of a rest.
From what?
Things were getting a bit too hot for us. Nobody bothers us here, just as long as we don't show our faces in Sasau.
Don't you leave the camp at all?
What are you trying to say? That we're shitting ourselves here?
No. I was just wondering if you knew what's going on around these parts.
We come across hunters now and then, or pilgrims on the road. There are charcoal burners nearby. Sometimes they pass the time of day with us. But we've got no course to cross the river. That's too close to Sasau.
Шлюшка из лагеря. Так, где этот чувак-то?
As if we hadn't enough trouble without this.
What's going on here anyway? It all seems a little odd.
Haven't you ever been in the camp of a merry band of robbers?
Never quite this merry, to tell the truth.
They've got their loot, and now they want some fun. Booze, dice, and women. I'm the only girl here. They're more interested in dice, anyway. And boozing. And they're no fun at all.
Well, they seem very fond of their dice, all right.
Aye. They always play the same way. Every player bets his most valuable piece of loot. And the winner takes all. It ends in a fight most times. Although it's a long time since anyone got killed over it.
I'd better watch my step then.
You do that, handsome. It'd be a shame to spoil that pretty face.
Шлюшка девица, что-то новое. Ну да, обычно же шлюшки мужички. Почему вы с ними? У них есть лут. В деревне все хорошо, ха-ха, мы полностью построили.
Well, I made candles for a monastery.
How did I do? Have I won?
Well now, Sir Alphonse, you took them all by storm. Here's the key to the prize.
Thank you kindly.
Так, пухистую выигрыш, хорошо. Где?
Fucking weather, fucking tents, fucking camp.
Пихуна, привет.
Can I have a word?
What do you want?
What's your story? You don't look like one of them at all.
I ain't, true enough. I'm a local. I don't go raiding with them. When they're here, I just look out for them, bring them supplies and that.
And what do you do when they're not here?
Whatever's needed. But being the go-between for them that set up the ambushes pays well. And you don't have to risk your neck for it.
Can you tell me something about the camp here?
This place? It's been here as long as I can remember. I used to come here as a youngster to play with my mates. Anyway, one time I had to lie low for a bit, so I came here and ran into these gentlemen, who pay good coin when you bring them some wine and a bit of grub.
Why did you have to disappear?
Nothing terrible. Just that I was courting this one girl, only her old man and her brothers didn't take to me. Besides which, she was promised to some rich merchant. Once they had her married off, they forgot about me, though.
Понятно. Nice,
I'll leave you to it.
nice парень. Башка, привет.
Can I ask something?
I have nothing to do with cheats.
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
По-моему, это у него, видимо, украли кости-то, да? Я уже немножко подзабыл, на самом деле.
Killing, fighting,
Ладно, поехали к Лукашу.
robbing, fucking whores and boozing. Take the women.
Странный путь к нему. Нет, не к лужам. Фамилия Жель Птачков, гроши, миланские латные перчатки, серебряная цепочка, тесак мастера ловчего, удлиненный кольчужный клойф. Удлиненный кольчужный клойф? Не, такое себе. Странно. Так, видимо, пан Лукаш прячется где-то здесь. Или нет? Так, а где он? You may proceed to пан Лукаш. Ага.
I was told not to let you pass.
Да?
You've no business here. Clear off.
Лукаш Беловицкий, ты же сам поболтать. Поболтать хотел, нет?
What was that?
Ну, типа, выясни, кто убил пана Альфонса, да. Молодо, например. Это, видимо, подход, чтобы по фасту ты
Can I ask
живьяна.
you something?
Ask away. Anything to pass the time.
You're Mladotta, right?
I am. Why'd you ask?
Just curious. This is quite an interesting retreat you men have here.
You could put it that way. I ain't been here long though. I helped them out of a tight spot and they took me with them.
Is that right? How did that happen?
Well, I was lying in wait for this wagoner, see? Because he'd been mouthing off about me, so I figured I'd take all he had for compensation. Anyway, I'm hiding there in the bushes, and I hear this wagon coming, so I jumped out to ambush him. Only it wasn't that wagoner, but some merchant. As soon as he saw me with my weapon drawn, he started screaming bloody murder, and next thing, his armed escort comes charging up, and I was the one ambushed. The injustice of it.
Vexing indeed.
Нечестно.
Aye. Anyway, they caught me and took me with them. They figured I was Sir Erhardt's spy, and they wanted me to lead them to him. Of course, I told them I didn't know what the fuck they were on about. So, while they were threatening to break me on the wheel, string me up and what have you, along comes the Baron with his merry band, and they lay into the soldiers and send them running for the hills. And ever since then, I've been riding with them.
Все понятно.
That is quite an entertaining anecdote.
Ain't it just? If it hadn't been for me, the fellas would have run straight into a trap and it'd all be up with them. So, it's on account of me, they're still alive.
You're Mladotta, right?
I am.
You must tell me all about it some other time.
If you like.
And how are things here? Do you get away much?
We ain't allowed to leave. So I've been here the whole time. I don't mind though. There's always something to pass the time. And we've got that wench.
Еще здесь есть эта девка.
That's all.
Can't drink no more today.
I'd like to ask you.
Ask away.
Never get used to this. Try washing your
Я что-то запорол или что? Почему я не могу поболтать с чуваком, который все ожерелье принес? В смысле могу, но я ничего не могу у него такого спросить.
Another question. What do you want? I'll leave you to it.
Он, наверное, серебряное ожерелье вытащил. Не прана. Нуцкие лаве! Ух ты! Имя какой лошади. Нуцкие лаве. Привет. Надо отлить, говорит. Прикольно. Здоровенный какой-то скелет.
No one's rubbish. Fucking camp. I've had enough of this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna get soaked. What else is there to do here?
Накидался, говорит. А могу я где-нибудь поспать? It would be lovely. Кукш не зайдешь? Да я к нему зайду, он болтать не хочет. Я к нему уже зашел. Он такой типа, я не заинтересован. Зашибись. И как теперь найти убийцу с низким нельзя диалог открыть? Вот и вот вопрос. Ну так просто обокрасть. Лукаша? И что там это даст? Нам нужно узнать, кто убийца. Кости-то мы уже получили. Шекель. Окей, давайте подождем пару часов.
Camp life sure ain't easy. Fuck.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here. What are you doing here? Are you after something? What do you think you're doing? I have a mind to call the guards.
Guards. Там кол, понимаешь.
Yeah, I'm gonna get soaked. What else is there to do here?
Меня заметили, но вроде как всем насрать, потому что они разбойники, правильно? О, еще вопрос появился. Так, где?
I'd like to ask away.
Нет, не появился.
No one to rob here. Fucking boring.
Killing, fighting, never losing, robbing, fucking whores and booze.
Ничего, тут одежды сколько у женской. Это у шлюшки, видимо. Ее гардероб, так сказать.
Do you need help? So tired. No one to rob here. Fucking boring. No one to rob here. Fucking boring.
What in God's name is he?
Закинь в котелок усыпляющее зелье. Оно же колыбельное. Я заметили, ну вроде всем пофиг.
Mother of... Oh, fucking sick head. Can't drink no more today.
No one to rob you. Fucking boring. No one to rob you. Fucking boring.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here.
Так, выясни, кто убил. А потом вернуться к нему со сведениями. Ну, по-моему, это сделал чувак на Б, который Бланка. Ну сначала нам нужно еще пойти, кстати, найти сокровища. По-хорошему. О! Оказывается, можно тут поспать. А я не знал. Кстати, дома у Лукаша, в смысле в его хате, тоже можно заснуть было. И сохраниться, что странно. Но можно было. Мне кажется, на М. Милота. Младота.
Hey, what are you playing at here?
What the? You thieving magpie! Ow.
Ладно, ребят, ладно. У башки, к слову, ничего нет, он действительно говорит честно. Пехуна. Уже тоже воровали. Молодоты были кости Альфонса.
Is that some new kind of game?
И вот ты поел, но спать ты не собираешься, я смотрю. Все 6 золотистых костей. Окей, хорошо, ладно, я вам поверю. Идем за сокровищами. У нас минута стил на ютубе. Окей, верю. Куда это лагерь игроков в кости? Южнее его. Все, понял. Ну, наверное, я думаю. Место охот на оленей. Так, вот их лагерь. Тут довольно тесновато.
I should turn back before Sir Radzig starts thinking I ran off.
Это поход в лагерь. О, колодец какой-то. Ну нет, походу просто колодец. Ну, бывает. И вот отсюда на юг, где-то здесь должно быть сокровище. Ты чё под дождем раздетый? Да, потому что это никак не влияет. Если бы можно было бы заболеть в этой игре от того, что ты голым бегаешь, да, я бы, конечно, одевался бы. Но нельзя. Тут сейчас граница будет, да, карта уже. Ну, похоже на то. Не знаю, где это сокровище. Не могу найти.
This is certainly no time for roving.
Тут есть парадокс. Здесь ты не можешь читать, что? Сверим карты. Что место находится напротив вот этого закоулка, да? После лагеря углежогов или просто к западу от лагеря углежогов. Ну, типа, да. И вроде как до этого лагеря игроков. То есть южнее. Ну, технически, да, вот лагерь углежогов. Закоулок, мне казалось, просто вот это должен быть. Видимо, имеется в виду вот этот. Окей, давайте проверим чуть восточней. Карта намокает. Да, эффекты визуальные, конечно, потрясающие. Южнее там стрелка нов есть. Окей, давайте на юг пойдем вот там отсюда. Так, ну вот лагерь углежогов. Ну, потому что он ее держит так, как она раскрывается, Томас. Он же не будет каждую карту переворачивать. Было бы круто, но... Догадывайся сам, типа. Плюс в теории ГГ может не уметь читать Томас и не понимать, что такое N вообще. Они решили не привязывать это к навыку чтения и так далее. Типа это бы не нужно усложнило игру. Вот она, да? Похоже, что да. Гаши, отмычка, снадобье лучника. Ну, такое себе сокровище. Не уверен, что это оно. Типа, да, по местоположению получается, что это оно, но... Сокровище довольно бедноватое, откровенно говоря. Так.
I have good news for you, Sir Ansel. I know who killed your friend. Who was it?
Младота, говорите, да? Это сделала девка.
It was Mladota, one of the brigands. How did you find out?
По костям.
From the dice.
All right. I'll take care of it from here. And I owe you for helping me. Here, Henry, take this. I'm sorry I don't have more on me. But if you're ever in Prague, come and look me up, and I'll see you're well taken care of.
It's been a pleasure, Sir Ansel. Godspeed.
Шляпа дворянина дал. А сам одел шлем. Типа, все, я теперь в шляпе.
Why are you creeping around like a footpad?
К слову, ничего, если...
You call that combat?
Kurva! Enough! You got me! Leave me be!
Я сдаюсь.
Fuck you! There'll be no surrender!
Да ладно тебе. Камон. Это же даже не твой сундук. Ну ладно.
Dobra, давай!
Please, I yield!
Видимо, его это не убедит.
You'll get what's for.
Shit!
Как я ненавижу их идеальные контратаки. Сам ведь он главный не атакует нифига еще.
Gone weak at the knees, have you? Yo! No, not a chance. There'll be no mercy for you. Call that combat?
Беги, конь, беги! Так. Да, я раненый, вот он меня и дамажит нормально. Так, пока не побежал обратно, успеть надо сундук вскрыть. А он пустой, я видел уже как вскрывал. Чуть не понял за пустой сундук, да.
The answer to my prayers. Just when I wanted to vent my rage on someone. Not a good move. Oh, dear God.
Блин, я его убил случайно. Давайте согласимся. Не хочу убивать этого чувака. Чем ты с ним сажаешься? Да я сундук пытался скрыть, а он меня спалил. И напал. Я пытался сдаться, а он не понимает капитуляции. О! Прокатился там по горе нормально. Так, вроде где-то здесь, да. Что сокровище было? Сейчас увидишь, лазер. $40 грошей, отмычка и стану белушником. Офигеть улов, да?
good. It was from the dock.
Шляпу и 525 гашей. Хорошо. Поехали к пану Яну. Тачику. Поехали, пожалуй, шорткатом.
Want to earn a bit of coin? There's plenty of coin in it. He's here!
Show what you're made of.
That.
Ow! Oh!
Кто-то еще? Want a bit of coin? He's here! Ибо нефиг. Засада из 1,5 бомжа. Действительно 1,5. Я не уверен, что на меня вообще напал бы, кстати. Мимо и дальше всем замедляют, чтобы посмотреть, как там битва происходит. Но их там сейчас не происходит. О-о-о. Блин, Ян, твою мать. Принцесса в другом замке. Мне нужен новый... Шапка, короче, не помню, как называется.
God save you.
Вот, мягкий койф. Черного у тебя нету, естественно. Ну, а какой есть, что поделать. Койф, да, только черный нужен. Ярослав, привет.
God be with you. May the Lord watch over you.
Ян, здорово.
Greetings. What do you need?
I've got that necklace.
Excellent news! I'm not going to ask you how you did it. Here's a reward for you. Now you can carry on with your next task. I want you to sneak the jewelry into Carolina's trunk along with this letter.
Can't I just hand them to her?
You cannot. Under no circumstances must she find out who sent them. Otherwise the whole secret admirer ploy is fucked. Oh, and by the way, Henry, watch out for the butcher. He keeps a very close eye on his daughter, and if he catches you sniffing around, well, may all the saints preserve you. Once you've delivered the things, wait a day, and then come back and see me. Good luck then.
Подожди день, говорит. Запечатанное любовное письмо. Бережно запечатанное письмо для дочки мясника Каролины. Если бы оно упало не в те руки, то могло немного бы смутить пана Яна. Бам-бу-би-бу, бам-бо-би-бе-бик-бук, пу-пак, па-пи-пок, пук. Опять переодеваться? Да, да.
I hope I can...
У тебя нету случайно койфа получше? К сожалению, нет. Может, я кому из местных продавал. Хотя я не думаю, что у них товары все сохраняются. К Хагену зайдем. Как его там зовут? Конрад Хаген, да. Мне нужен купец Прибыславец. Вряд ли он согласится.
I need an experienced merchant to help me with the rebuilding of Pribyslavitz. How would you like to move there?
Me, a burger? Go and live in the woods? Hold on. You're actually serious?
Well, yes.
You want me to give up the position I've been building for myself here for years? I'd have to be mad, young fellow. No, no. You should try and find someone else who knows about numbers, weights, and measures. Good luck then.
Ох уж эти бургеры. Бургеры. Ты когда бежишь, к слову? Мне бы пекаря бы заодно, кстати. Хотя у меня уже какой-то пекарь есть, но... Больше пекарей, богу пекарей. Так, торговка торговкой, страж лавки, понятно. А где твой муженек? Кудешка, ты что тут делаешь? Ладно. Бакалейщик. Целый чат пекаем. Все, дуйте в Прибыславицу. Все, я забыл, что у мясника тут строго с территорией. Игра как бы намекает: нет, чувак, нет! Никакого паркура в этой игре. Забей вообще. Эдгар, еще вспомнилось. Мгыр вам Амрейс купец бакалейщик. Да-да-да. Гаррет, привет. Тебя заметили? О, нет. Ну что, ждем ночи. Каролина. Нет, вообще ничего нет. Ну, да, похоже на пани Стефани, но посимпатичнее, пожалуй. Шить, нажать F. Ну, ГГ, чё, запарил квест, видимо. Дождись утра. Да-да, спасибо. Как я мог забыть? Так. Что ж, самогончика. Хоп! Сказал, что самогон дает энергии. С теорией можно не засыпать, просто постоянно упивая самогон. Так, я зачем, господа? Чуть перекушу. Скоро приду.
bych já tu vodu píjal, dědu bych se dobře mýval, nechodíval bych do šenku, neštíval bych šenker.
Come on up and take a look. I've got everything you need. Day or night, home or at work. Everything for the house, garden and field. Knives, axes, rakes, hoes. Get the best right here. Kettles for water, baskets for goods, and torches for the night. I had it all. Come on up and take a look. I've got everything you need. Day or night, home or at work. Come on up and take a look. I've got everything.
Так, все, снова тут. Гарп, это дебаф по здоровью будет, если по КД за вагон бахать будешь. Вроде можно тут алкоголиком стать. Пэтфоксом. Светает. ГГ пока не могут. Нет, только если вывалимся, да. Так. Ян, погнали. Пэтбучер.
Greetings. What business have you?
I delivered the things as you asked.
I already know. My spies told me everything. She was wearing the necklace this morning, as I asked in the letter.
So you'll go to the rendezvous with her?
Certainly not. I'm not going to pounce on her like a bull in rutting season. Her feelings must be allowed to mature gradually. Meanwhile, you'll get a potion for me.
I thought you didn't believe in witches' brews.
This is no witch's brew. It's an absolutely tried and tested elixir called Musk of Infinite Allure. There's a fellow in Sassau who sells it and he guarantees its success.
Musk of Infinite Allure? Sounds irresistible. All right,
Звучит
I'll try and get it
как
for you.
нечто, к чему невозможно сопротивляться.
Here's some coin for your costs. Take care.
425.
Yeah.
Заедем к чувакам. Давненько не были у Куна. О, они исчезли, все, лагеря больше нет. Вот так вот. Он же говорил про Алло, речь идет о шарлатане, который сбежал из Сазавы в Ледечко. Неизвестный шарлатан, да, того самого ученого целителя, но убежден, что это поможет ему добиться благосклонности Каролины. Сейчас, секундочку, сейчас буду быстренько, ребят. Так.
Salt sprinkled with the blood.
Well, well, who have we here?
Ah, the prodigal son returned.
Я к тебе забегал
I
так-то.
knew you'd come back to me one day.
Let me guess. You saw it in a dream?
I knew you were going to say that.
But I had a divine revelation. That next time I won't be around to pull you out of the shit.
Oh, well, I am sorry. But these things are sent to try our fortitude in the face of adversity.
I'd like to try your fortitude. I've heard you know of some irresistibility potion or whatever it is.
Ah, naturally. Musk of infinite allure. An age-old recipe, maybe even older. Tested by Moses himself.
Moses?
Столетней давности.
How do you think he managed to get his people to follow him through the desert for 40 years? It's extremely potent.
Yeah, so it would seem. How much do you want for it?
Who do you take me for? The wisdom of the ancients isn't something that's bought and sold in the marketplace. Did Jesus charge for his miracles? But since you ask, how about this much?
Ну, раз уж ты спросил, 2 косаря, да. Это довольно дешево.
That's not much.
Really? All right, double then.
What? Why? You... Oh, why do I even bother?
If you'd like, I can mix the elixir for you in exchange for a small favor.
Oh, not again.
Now, is that any tone to use with your master? For shame.
Apologies, Master. I was carried away by my thirst for knowledge.
I understand your impatience, but the way to wisdom is narrow and arduous.
And leads out the window.
Из окна.
About that
Yes.
So what is it you want from me now?
Oh, my dear apprentice, everything's gone to the devil. I'm living from hand to mouth, sleeping on straw, and the local peasants won't buy from me. They say they don't trust me, as if I were some kind of charlatan. Can you believe it? Does this look to you like the face of a swindler? I'm an honest trader in sacred goods, whose only concern is the welfare of troubled souls.
A regular Good Samaritan.
And any time now the slanderous gossip will spread here from Sassau. I should leave before things get worse. But I can't go anywhere until I've made a bit of coin. So what's needed is to give the locals a bit of encouragement, to open their hearts and purses.
I'm not going to go around beating people for you.
What do you take me for? I wouldn't hurt a fly. Violence is for the dull-witted. We must gently demonstrate to them the necessity of buying my remedies. For example, to ward off a revenant.
Revenant? What revenant?
The dead, returned from the grave. A corpse that the soul is unable to depart from, which wanders among the living, filled with rage at its wretched fate.
Yeah, I saw something like that once. But it was just some drunk going home from the tavern after losing all his money at dice.
Don't make light of such things. Now tell me, do you know how to deal with a revenant?
Chop its head off and sprinkle holy water on it?
That is the traditional way of dealing with such supernatural manifestations. You are my trained apprentice, but the ignorant villager is entirely at a loss how to deal with such dark forces. It is our sacred duty to prepare them for such threats.
And how do you propose to do that?
Well, they're all doubting Thomases. They need proof. We'll need a grave, an empty grave that we can use. There's one along the way to Sassau, but it's got one minor shortcoming.
What's that?
Там есть, не пустая, да?
Well, it's not entirely empty.
Not entirely? What does that mean?
You have to dig it up first.
Why this particular grave?
The locals don't like to talk about it, so it's surely got some sinister past behind it. And in places like that, revenants sprout up like mushrooms after rain.
Well, if that's how it is, we could open old wounds. That could easily set people against us. Again.
Then it would be best if no one could connect us to it, wouldn't it?
But that's a sin.
Refusing to help the needy is also a sin. I haven't had a decent meal for 40 days and 40 nights.
My conscience is clear where your stomach is concerned. Disturbing a grave is a grave sin.
The grave is not in hallowed ground, so that's hardly worth one Lord's Prayer in penance. I asked a priest once, just out of curiosity.
I'll need a spade then.
Yes, dig it up and remove the remains, leaving no trace.
And what am I to do with the remains?
Снимайте по мече, ну как же шарлатан.
Human remains are always handy to have around.
Great. And how do we spread the word of this revenant?
There's a gossip in every village. Here too, a woman who'll spread news quicker than a dozen messengers on the fastest steeds.
Не тысяча, а dozen. Типа дюжина.
And what am I to tell this gossip?
All you have to do is casually mention the empty grave, and before evening, I'll wager the whole village will know about it.
Where does this woman live?
The last house on the left, on the road to Sassau. She was the first person I met here, and by the time I reached the village green, I already had a mob looking suspiciously at me. The rumor-mongering fishwife.
And that's all?
Not quite. You should ask her who was buried. So we've got a story to work with.
So, dig up the grave, talk to the gossip.
And the remains. Don't forget to remove them. Otherwise, no one will believe in the Revenant.
I might have known any task for Capon would turn into some insane escapade. Grave robbing. Jesus.
Да, безумие, но, блин, такие прикольные, веселые квесты с ним.
God grant you.
Так. Ты вчера стрелась, стал играть и заразил меня. Я тоже скачал, установил, меня не все дополнения, правда, но все-таки сел. Подумал на часок, поднимаю глаза 6 утра, кошмар. Да. Собака так лает? Почему у нее кость? The fuck is going on? Ну да, не кость, а рука человеческая. Собака Баскер. Оставаясь, он такой заразительный. Это вообще. Ну там все сразу и не надо, там контента и поначалу достаточно. Поговори с местной сплетницей. Блин, пёс, да что за дела такие? Рукомаль какая-то. Ну, по-моему, так всегда тут кости рисуются, но... Anyway.
With you, good wife. Has something happened here?
Heavens no. It's quiet here, unlike some other places.
And what about that empty grave?
What empty grave would that be now?
The one beyond the village, alongside the road to Sasau. Just by the river, on the Pine Headland.
How would you know it's empty? Unless it was dug up.
Oh, it's dug up all right. Freshly. And empty. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
Lord in heaven, what in the name of...
How come it's not in hallowed ground, anyway? Only unrepentant sinners are buried like that. Usually.
I don't like to say. It's an old wound that's best forgotten.
Whose grave is it?
Well, once a long time ago there was a young charcoal burner living here with his wife. There was always a lot of charcoal burners here, but this fellow worked alone. That's not an easy job for one man.
No one wanted to work with him, or what?
Oh, he was a hard-headed fellow who always wanted to take care of his family himself.
Well, only then you've no one to blame but yourself if you end up alone.
His wife was expecting, though no one knew it yet. He wasn't doing well at all. Soon enough, they had nothing to eat. And so he took to thieving.
Ooh.
Well, I can understand him. To watch your family suffer like that. What could he do when they were going hungry?
If we'd known how badly off they was, folk would have helped out. But he kept his troubles to himself.
And did he get caught?
Well, at first it was just a few eggs going missing from people's hen coops. But then it was anything that wasn't nailed down. And in the end, they caught him.
And I suppose he was harshly punished for it.
Even then he didn't let on why he was doing it. They whipped the skin off his back and banished him from Leditchko.
So justice was done then?
It wasn't enough for some folk. When the butcher found out he'd never get any compensation, he wanted them to chop off the charcoal burner's hands. If the bailiff hadn't talked sense into him, he'd have done it himself with his cleaver.
Well, he got off lightly enough then.
And in the end, he got what was coming to him, and more.
The butcher caught up with him?
No, no. It was the mills of God turning slowly but surely. His wife bled to death in childbirth, and the child died with her.
Oh.
God have mercy on their souls.
Amen.
Nothing could have been done to save them?
There was no one there. He had no one who would care for his wife. They say on that day, he parted ways with God forever. And he turned his back on the village too. I reckon he never forgave himself. Nor us, either.
The Lord moves in mysterious ways. But how did he end up?
Don't ask me that, lad. I beg you.
Come now, good wife. You can't leave the story unfinished.
I said no. Will you let it lie?
Рассказать историю целиком.
God save you.
I know who was buried in that grave. A young charcoal burner.
So begins the tragic tale of the young charcoal burner who became entangled with the devil himself.
Oh, don't start. What devil? I'm trying to tell you. Ugh. He was from Ledetchko. He was trying to eke out a living for himself and his wife, but he couldn't manage. When she fell pregnant, he took to stealing.
Pride drove him from the straight and narrow path, and soon he sold his soul to the devil to fill his stomach.
They caught him and punished him, but some of the people he'd robbed didn't think it was enough. Then when his wife died in childbirth, and the child too, he blamed everyone for it. Even God, apparently.
But when the time came to pay his debt to hell, the devil had no use for his soul, and took his wife and child instead. The charcoal burner cursed God, who struck him down in righteous vengeance. But the dead man's soul never left his body. He came back as a revenant to vent his rage at God and men and take vengeance on the living.
Jesus, did you listen to what I said at all?
Sorry, did you say something?
Oh, never mind. What do you want me to do with it?
Ты вообще меня слушал,
Question
да?
is, what would the Revenant do to get revenge on the villagers? Well, apprentice?
Ну, клал еду, мясника, уже жена умерла, он покрыл Господа.
He was stealing food from people, right? So, supposing he started again.
We should steal from people? Disgraceful. Have you no shame?
Maybe just a few eggs from hen coops, like the gossip mentioned.
Well, that wouldn't be too serious a sin. Will they put it down to the Revenant, though?
They would, if I put some charcoal there instead.
О,
And their nourishment he
о,
turned into ash.
Инжих, сатана, просто сатана. Догадался же до такого, коварно.
Gossip mentioned the butcher. It seems he was infuriated that the charcoal burner's punishment was too lenient.
And the Revenant spoiled their meat with his malign touch.
How's that?
Spoiled meat is a classic example of a Revenant's power.
Huh. I thought it was the work of bad butchers.
That too, sometimes.
So, I should switch the good meat for bad at the butcher's. What about the butcher woman?
What about her?
Her conscience was troubled on account of her man and she couldn't sleep. But I helped her, so she's found some peace.
So, no problem then.
What? I'm supposed to scare the wits out of her and start all over again?
All right, if you can find some other solution, you don't have to switch the meat. But I wouldn't worry about her. But make sure it's the same kind of meat. Not even a Revenant will turn a cow into a chicken.
What about his wife and child? No doubt he'd want to avenge their death.
Well, how did they die?
In childbirth.
And when his love turned to rage, the water turned to blood. Nothing too original. But it's tried and tested. If you do it at the baths, everyone will hear of it.
How am I supposed to do that? It might be a bit suspicious if I'm seen walking around with a pail of blood.
There's a certain potion that will do the trick easily.
He cursed God. That's very serious.
What is it that most brings God to mind?
They don't have a church there. But everyone will have a rosary. I can't think of anything else.
That's it! If folks start losing their rosaries, they'll have sleepless nights over it.
You want me to steal rosaries? But that's...
Or just exchange them.
For what?
For nothing.
Right.
So, switch eggs for charcoal, switch the meat, color the water in the baths, and switch the rosaries. That ought to do it. I hope so. Of course, if you come up with anything else, don't let me hold you back. Talking to people might give you ideas. Traders, the bailiff.
Well, what if someone sees me in the act?
They mustn't. Otherwise, it'll end up like Sasau all over again. Don't draw attention to yourself, or they'll put two and two together.
Sure. I'll keep my head down. And how would I know if I've succeeded?
Замени на что? Да ни на что.
Market Square.
I'll be the first to know. They'll come running to me for a remedy, like hens at feeding time. Off you go and raise hell.
But whatever he did, don't you think he deserves some peace?
Dear Henry, after all the poor wretch went through, I'd say he's beyond any peace.
Well, he certainly won't have any as long as I'm carrying his bones around with me.
Ah, but you know who those remains could help?
Help? Who? How?
Me, of course. And I'd pay you a nice price for a Revenant's bones.
But there is no Revenant.
Not yet. What do you say?
Боже, великолепный чувак.
Maybe I should bury him somewhere else.
What are you saying? That would be such a waste. Anyway, if someone saw you, the whole game would be up.
Well, supposing I do it later, when the fuss has died down.
All right, if you must. But I don't know what you hope to get out of it.
At least the poor wretch will have peace at last.
Maybe. As long as you're burying him in hallowed ground. Otherwise, you're wasting your time.
Like in Ratai?
На ничто, было правильно,
That's
да.
probably the nearest. That gossip-mongering crone would know.
True, I could ask her.
If you must. But for heaven's sake, don't even hint to her what you're up to. God be with you.
What about the...
You still...
No, you said to keep them. What do I do with them now?
Oh!
What on earth for?
The bones of a revenant. Those can be valuable goods.
Откуда они тебе появятся? Да, типа... А, давайте продадим его.
I'll sell them to you.
Splendid.
Satisfied?
You're a right pinch purse.
What do you say to this?
Less. Revenant bones. They'll be very useful indeed. Take care.
Говорит, у нее денег нету, чтобы пожрать. Но при этом на кости у нее денег хватило.
Good health. God be with you.
What's happening around here?
Nothing much, thank God. Take care. Take care.
Problems with stomach ulcers?
К слову, где их Таш у вас ходит будет?
Good day. Goodbye.
Good day. Goodbye.
I hope I can... God be with you.
Good morning. God be with you.
Так, узнай, какое мясо хранится у мясника. Подмени свежее мясо у мясника тухлым.
God save. Take care.
Look out.
Так. Некоторые легкие замки скрываются уже, а некоторые нет.
Hang on, this is venison from roe deer.
it's under lock and key.
50 кусков. Прими яйца в курятниках на уголь. Тухлым. А уголь у меня с собой есть? Да, есть, причем много. Хорошо. Зелье для окраски воды свари. Укради четкие. Ага, так, ну что ж, нам косулю надо. Не могу пройти мимо таких залежей травы. Ты теперь на глазах заспавнился. Так, это готово. Типа 50 кусков. Да, но мне нужно протухшее же мясо закинуть, а не просто мясо. Так что для начала подождем, пока она протухнет. Что здесь делает лошадь Рацига? Свари зелье для окраски воды. Это надо вот сюда сходить, наверное, химический стол. Приготовить нажал. Да. Старица Кунхута, привет.
I'd like to talk to you about that ghost.
What about it? Did you manage to get rid of him?
Yes. Well, in a way. There was no ghost. Just a guilty conscience and past wrongs. The truth and an atonement cross helped where smudging and casting spells didn't.
And what else are ghosts but the result of a guilty conscience? Don't take the dead lightly. You could have managed without the cross, though, if you'd really done as I told you.
It was no ghost.
Well, aren't you the clever one? But you're young yet. Life will teach you. Here's some herbs and a potion for your efforts.
Thanks. I just wanted to tell you what...
Don't tell me anything. Save your wisdom for yourself. Like I've said, don't take the dead lightly. God be with you.
3 крапивы, 6 ромашки, 4 зверобоя, отвар из календулы. Ну, такое. Итак. Стоп. Зелье для окраски воды. Помещение воды в кровь. А, черт, так надо... Блин, я думал, мне рецепт уже дал. Нет, надо пойти к нему и взять его.
Problems with stomach ulcers? Buy my potions made from magical herbs.
About that recipe.
Yes, you want to buy it?
What's the recipe for that potion you were talking about?
You mean for coloring the water? Ah, well...
Well?
Pay close attention now.
Так.
I'm all ears.
How love turned to bloodshed. Once there was a knight who, though upright and noble-looking, had a prickly, unapproachable appearance. He fell in love
То, что он говорит, вообще никак не
with a
связано с
fragile young
субтитрами.
maid, whom he saw with her sisters in a field, all wearing bright red wimples. But he was afraid his prickly exterior would frighten her. So he asked the advice of another knight, a pious and learned crusader, who carried the name of the patron saint of his order with pride. The pious knight told him he would arrange a rendezvous with the maid. All three would drink wine together by the river, and he would help his friend to get acquainted with her. This they did, but the maid fell in love instead with the pious knight. The stern knight was enraged and challenged his rival to a duel. The two fought long and fiercely, but they were equally matched. And so, in the end, they both fell mortally wounded.
Ужас, да, Лазер?
Anguished at the tragedy her beauty had caused, the young maid took a dagger from one of the knights and plunged it into her own heart. Their bodies lay together on the ground, and the blood flowed from them into the river, turning the waters crimson.
I thought you were going to tell me the recipe, not some fable.
It is the recipe. I mean, the recipe is concealed
Ну,
in
кроме
the
того, что из вина
story.
делается, я ничего не понял.
So I don't forget it.
All right. So what does it mean?
I can't remember.
Great. So if you don't know, who does?
You'll figure it out, my loyal apprentice. I remember there are 3 plants in the story, but that's about all. But I know it was a simple recipe. It should be enough to grind the ingredients and brew them together for 1 turn. So, all you have to do is work out what the ingredients are.
Охренеть!
Sure. Why make things simple if you can complicate them?
Ну ты с ума сошел! Офигеть, квест, конечно. Ладно, господа, на этом мы сейчас заканчиваем. У нас анимеха через полчаса. И я сделаю перерывчик на то, чтобы поспать полчаса. Потому что меня вчера рубит люто. Вот. Влюбленный ученый научных доказательств любви у нас через полчаса. Увидимся на нем. А Kingdom Come Deliverance у нас будет на следующей неделе, когда мы узнаем сегодня на стриме радио, которое будет у нас в 19:00 по Москве. Вот. До встречи, господа. Спасибо, что смотрели. Пара-па-па-пи-пу-па. Пи-па-пу-пи-да-пу-пи-па. Па-пу-пи-па.